Finally, the importance of a logline part 2. Oh, it took me so long, but I don't only teach film script. I have my own movies that I'm busy writing and some other stuff that I'm doing my side hustle. Okay, let's dive into it. Why is it important? Ne? 3 things. Nobody knows you. There's traffic and everyone is in a rush and lazy to read. Let's start by nobody knows you. Nobody knows you through. Nobody knows you. You're just a person like me with a computer and a story that only you know. You need to beat your way to these people. When nobody knows you, it means that nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about the story that you have. Yes, you have a very appealing story, very good story, very challenging story. You have a powerful story. You have a story that can make millions. I understand that. The only one who feels that way. I feel that way with each and every movie that I write. Every movie that I have, I feel that if I can make it into the industry, I'm gone. That's what every writer believes. And that's what every writer have. The problem about the industry is that it doesn't care about you because it doesn't know that you do have that story. It doesn't know that. It has its own people. They have their own agents whom they get stories from. Right? So you gotta need a log line. Something that is long as 2 sentences to explain the core main idea of your story. Why? Because you're not the only one. So you cannot afford to just send your script to the producer, to the agent, to the studio company. Why? You're not the only one. If they advertise that they need script writers, film script writers, and you don't have a logline, there are thousands of scripts that they can read. The last thing that they want, which take us to everyone is in a rush and lazy, is to have a very big chunk of paper whereby they have to reach almost 10 to 15 pages in order for them to get what your movie is about. They have to read 10 pages to 15 pages to 30 pages before you can even get to the conflict, before you can get to the confrontation, before you get to the midpoint. It has to reach from 1 to 30 pages or 1 to 15 pages. They don't have time for that. They don't have time to read that. Why? Because you are number 5 amongst the 995,000 of people have submitted their scripts. Some of them are in a rush. Remember, you are dealing with a human being, whether it's an agent or a producer. You are dealing with a human being, unless if you're going to give it somebody that you know is going to have time for you. But if he doesn't know you, he has other commitments. He has family meetings that he needs to attend. He has relationship problems if he has, sorry, but it's true. You understand? He has quite a lot of things going on that doesn't give him time to have to sit down for an hour and get to read your story. Whereas there's thousands of stories that they have sent. They only have minimum time to read and pass. So if they see your story, it's full of junk, and they have to get to 10 pages to 30 pages in order for them to get the core idea of your story, they're gonna just throw your paper away. They're just gonna throw your PDF away. They don't care about you because they don't know that your story is that impactful yet. But there is a way that you can force them, even if when they are in the rush, especially if you are lucky and grace has found you, that amongst the thousands of the people who have submitted their scripts, your script is taken. There is a way whereby even if that person only has 2 minutes or 1 minute of going through script, can be forced to read your script. There is a way, and that is a logline. That's why I personally say that a logline is the most important thing than even your screenplay. Because if you can go to part 1 of this video, if you're new here, you can go to part 1 of this video. I just share about what is a logline. It's a 1 or 2 sentences that explain your main core idea of your story. Here, I'm talking about the importance of a logline, where I will tell that you need an irony, a mental picture, an audience, and cost, because that's covered in a logline. It's big, it's huge. You need to know all those things. That's why I divided these things into part 1, part 2, part 3. And I might just take time on part 2. And since here on TikTok, I'm only given 10 minutes to explain, I might just do part 2 twice before I can get to part 3, where we are making example of forming movies and then making them into a logline. Right? So nobody knows you. There's a lot of traffic. Right? And people are lazy and have commitments. Right? Right? And they're in a rush. So you cannot afford to just send your screenplay like that. You will need a logline. You will need a way to convince the producer. You will need a way to explain your whole entire story in just 2 or 1 sentence. And if you can do that, even a person who's about to go on a meeting and the meeting is about to start like now can just sit there and hear you explain your whole entire movie in just 2 sentences, and then he will decide whether he wants to invest on it or not. And if your logline is good enough, then he's going to move to your synopsis. If your synopsis is convincing, then he's going to go to your treatment. And if your treatment is convincing, then you are taken. Because when you read your screenplay, that means that you are already in, unless if your logline is good, your synopsis is good, your treatment is good, but your screenplay might not be good. It happens a lot. There are people who can explain, but they cannot actually act what they explain. They cannot take what they're explaining into life. So writing a story, it's another thing from having to explain your story. Some people are just good in advertising and marketing, but having to bring the actual thing, it's another thing. But likely I am here. We will help each other when I get on a screenplay so that you can know about the character developments and etc. Let's flow. What must it have, this logline? It must have 3 things. This is me personally. You have every right to say that, no, mine, I don't have to have that. It's still good as long as your logline is good. But I'm just trying to help you here. These 3 things are important, right? I use them. Every story of mine has these 3 things. 3 things. Irony, mental picture, audience, and cost. Irony, mental picture, audience, and cost. Let's start by irony. Let's talk about what is an irony. From an Oxford dictionary, an irony is a statement that, when taken into context, may actually mean something different from or opposite of what is written literally, comma, the use of words expressing something other than their literal intention. Let's take maybe 2 movies for an example, and let us see the irony in it. We'll take a movie, Liar Liar, starring Jim Carrey, of 1997. Its logline goes like this: a fast-talking lawyer who has built his career online is magically cast to tell the truth for 24 hours, jeopardizing his job and relationship with his son. It's interesting. Now, let us see the irony in this logline. A lawyer whose job relies on deception cannot lie when he needs it the most. Irony. This guy has built his career from lying, has won all these cases from deception, and now he's just magically cast to speak the truth only for 24/7. And this man has his biggest case. He has to find a way to win a case by speaking the truth, which is something that he's not familiar with. That is something that hooks the buyers. It's interesting. If I had money to buy this film, I would dive into it because I want to know more. It's giving me more, right? The mental picture of it, it's showing me that, this is going to be very much interesting because this guy has to come up with ways to do things that he's not familiar with, and he still need to maintain to win his case. He's going to lose this case, or he's going to win this case and then finally find that he can actually win court cases by speaking the truth. That is the importance of a logline. Number 2, which I'll make the last, and then I'll make another video because I'm reaching 10 minutes and I only have 10 minutes in TikTok. Finding Nemo, 2003. A clownfish with an overwhelming fear of the ocean must embark on a dangerous journey across the sea to rescue his adventurous son. Talk about irony. Talk about a log line. Talk about a movie. The irony part of this is the overprotective father must face his worst fear. Of course, he doesn't want to see himself in a sea. He's used to be in a small, bowel, goldfish where they live, right? And now his son, his adventurous son, has dived into the sea. And now this overprotective father must face his worst fear, exploring the vast ocean to save his son. This logline has a wow irony. That's the importance of an irony. This one, he's afraid of an ocean, but now he's overprotective of his son. His son might die. He doesn't want his son to die, so he needs to face his fear and go to the ocean. I can wait to see how he's going to do that and how he's going to overcome those challenges. That is the importance of irony. Now I'm going to talk about mental picture, but I will just save this one so that I cannot go above 10 minutes. Otherwise, you won't be hearing this video. So stay tuned. I'm about to continue. God bless you. Just be meditating on what I've just said right now. J Excellence.